I'm Danielle George. I'm a Professor of Engineering at the University of Manchester, and I'm one of the two leads that have come up with this crazy idea of creating a recycled robot orchestra for the European City of Science. It started from the European City of Science. Myself and another lady called Arinma were on the steering group. Arinma has a really good sort of background in citizen science projects, and I have not. And so I was sort of saying to her, wouldn't it be great if we could do a citizen engineering project? She'd watched my Christmas lectures where I'd done a robot orchestra, and so I was sort of saying, what about trying to create a robot orchestra from citizen engineering, doing it as a citizen engineering project? And she was like, yeah, that sounds really good, and maybe we can get a sustainability side of it by bringing in sort of recycled. So recycle your technology, repurposing old technology. And so this crazy idea was formed, and then it's just snowballed since then into this great sort of big idea. The whole idea behind the citizen engineering idea is that it's crowdsourced, so that we don't come up with a specification to say this is what we want the robot orchestra to look like, and this is what it needs to sound like, and this is who's going to make it, and then give everyone a spec and everyone just goes away to make it. It's putting the idea out there to everybody, and talking to people who would be tinkering, who would be making already, and saying, wouldn't it be great to do a robot instrument for our robot orchestra? And they've sort of gone, yeah, that sounds brilliant. I'll try and do this with an old speaker, or a piece of an old washing machine, or plastic spoons and shakers, and anything and everything. And then the idea is then we'll bring all of that together. So we're really sort of riding on existing infrastructure in the maker communities and in schools, primary schools and secondary schools, because we really want the children and the teachers in schools to be involved in it as well. So sort of using existing infrastructure to build the robot orchestra, and then we'll bring it all together. Siemens are a big industry sponsor for it, and they have taken on the very difficult task of being the conductor, so the electronic conductor. So they are producing the actual conductor who would then take all of these robots and make it into an orchestra rather than separate instruments. The major performance will be in July, so at the Euroscience Open Forum conference week or launch weekend. That will be the first performance, and then the second performance will be at the end of October to finish Manchester Science Festival. So they are the two that we know of at the moment. I'd love this project to have achieved or to have inspired people to get tinkering, to get making more, and to know that you can be involved in such a crazy project, and where can that take you? So from my point of view, if people then got much more interested in the tinkering side and the engineering side, and sort of said, I've had great fun doing this, how many steps is that away from solving a big engineering grand challenge in the world? And actually, hopefully they'll find that it isn't many steps, because you've started that journey, you've tinkered and you've started having fun with it. We'd like to leave a legacy in the maker communities and within the schools as well, so that teachers can sort of think, that was great doing the robot orchestra, what else can we do now? And so for them then to take on different projects, all based upon being inspired from the robot orchestra.